I forgot my fan.
No, how dare you? How could you do that?
Arnar!
Arnar! How could you? Well, welcome to a finale edition of The Cup. Or should I say Kia ora, because that's how I've been introducing every other episode. So I should just introduce it that way. So Kia ora, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay, I'm just drinking water today because hydration's important.
It is. And hello, and hello, and hello. I'm your girl, Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I'm not drinking anything because I don't have anything to drink. But if I was drinking something, I would definitely be drinking it out of my cup mug. Cup mug. Cup mug. You know. And you can get you a cup mug because you see, we all pretty much have one. Kev's going to get one eventually. But you can get your cup mug at lanajuicecreations.etsy.com. And we do ship internationally. So there are no excuses. And I am looking at you, Australia and New Zealand. I'm looking at y'all. Period. I'm looking at you. Get you a cup mug. Guys.
Serving fishing on the runway.
Period.
My name is Dawn Stone, Tampa's Galaxy Gamer Girl. I'm here diva-ing, giving the girls what they need, as always. I finished it a little bit before recording, but I was drinking Promised Land chocolate milk out of this. And let me tell you, that is the good chocolate milk. Like, I got that at the Publix. I spent money on that. So y'all better know that. So just saying. Get some Promised Land chocolate milk. It'll change your life.
Period.
Mm-hmm. And I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. You've seen it before if you've watched me this season, but I decided to wear it again. I am wearing my beautiful Ivanna Drink shirt. Yes. So I may not have won this draft, but I do have a separate draft with some roommates of mine, and Ivanna Drink was on my draft team for that, and I got the most points overall. So,
period.
Me.
And not only, David, are you wearing an Ivanna Drink shirt?
Yeah.
But we have Ivanna Drink!
What?
Oh, yay!
Fantastic. I was like, quick, let's get one.
Yay!
Ivanna Drink Dakota NZ, international shipping as well.
Period.
And a shirt. So go get some Ivanna merch.
Water because it's 11:48 currently.
Good.
Same here, water.
Ivanna, welcome to the Cup.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yes. Absolutely, darling. We are happy you are here to talk about the conclusion of your season of Drag Race Down Under. It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
What's it been like seeing yourself on TV, seeing your friends on TV, everything that you put so much money behind?
It's so fun. You know, we filmed this so long ago now. I think we filmed it in March. So it was 6 months ago. And it's funny when you live in a moment, you go, oh yeah, I've done it. I've been through it. And then you relive it again 6 months later. And, I cried a lot. So that was really fun to revisit and do it again. But, watching that last episode on Friday night with everybody, it wasn't everyone, but most of us, it was quite emotional just to see it end. And you're like, you're so connected to it and you're so proud of it. And, there's so much of the world that people got to see where you wouldn't have really been able to see it otherwise. Like, no one usually cares about drag queens behind the lashes, usually. And then they seem to do it. They seem to care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we are all sad the season is over because we did all genuinely really enjoy this season. And you can see it throughout all of our reviews. Like, y'all as a cast on a whole have been so good to us, specifically here. Like, we have, I think all of us in some capacity have a relationship with somebody on the cast that goes beyond just, fan drag queen that was on Drag Race. Yeah. So, like, sincerely to all of you, and if you want to relay this message, please do. Thank you to all of y'all because y'all have been, not every cast has been good to us the way that y'all have. Most of them haven't.
And they don't. The thing is, they don't have to be. Like, there's no obligation. We're such a small little thing. we're growing, but like just
Yeah.
you all were so willing to like I've literally talked to all 10 people from your cast, and everybody was nothing but kind, and it's very humbling. Like as a fan of this show, that you all like gave the time of day to me, and I really appreciate that so much.
You're so well. I think a lot of us really just love being able to interact with everyone. Like, I think I'm not the only one, but all of us kind of really do reply to a lot of messages. I think probably maybe more so the more successful ones that made it past episode 3 might not be able to reply to all of them. But I know that they genuinely see the messages and and the love is so supported. So like if it's a comment, if it's a like, if it's a message, if it's a tag in an Instagram story or whatever it is, it's just, really nice to have people, lifting us up. Especially with this season, people didn't like to shit on it, but everyone shit on it.
It was a very interesting season. I will say, if you don't know, I just started my Drag Race journey. I've not been watching Drag Race for literally, like, this is the first year I've started watching this last few seasons. And I was like, I agree with David. The cast don't have to be nice to you. They don't have to reach out. They don't have to say anything. You can resend a message or whatever. But your cast, I was like, oh, not only are they nice people, they're just very genuine and very nice people, but they are so fun to watch. Like, I enjoyed literally watching everybody. And even the moments I'm like, oh, I ain't like that person, but what they say that for? Or, why did they do that? It was still so entertaining. And I was like, they want to entertain. And I was like, they are doing just that. They entertained us from beginning to end. And as somebody who doesn't usually watch Drag Race, I was like, you know what? I'm not mad at this season. It's been some seasons on other franchises. I'm like,
It's
different. It's different.
You guys do wear black panties a lot. So
like panty.
No,
but I think we're just afraid to not be. We're not afraid to be stupid, and we're like we just love having a good time. Like I think a lot of my performing is actually talking to people and having a good time. And like I was at the Imperial Hotel. I don't know if you know the significance of the Imperial Hotel, but it was it's where they caught the bus in Priscilla.
Yeah.
So they left from at the Imperial Hotel. And so I was able to perform there for the first time this weekend on the bar top, which is a rite of passage.
Oh,
but I loved being able to get to. Yes.
I know what you're talking about. Spaceports did it, so that's how I know about it. Because I guess that's how everything happens in Australia. So
I was there this weekend. It was so fabulous. But I just love being able to get to talk to people. And you know what's so funny with people you don't know are going, Ivanna Drink. And I'm like, what?
Is that weird now that people seeing you, and now that you go out and you're like, people notice you and recognize you, even in or out of drag, because we've seen you both.
In drag, it's different because obviously you're standing out, and everyone, regardless of whether they know who you are or not, will come and talk to you, which is fine. But I remember it was on Saturday night, and I had just I got a burping. I had just gotten out of drag, and I went to a place called Puffdorf, which was an arc in Sydney, and I was waiting at the bar to get a drink, and this random guy, I don't know who he is, he looks at me and he goes, "Do you wanna drink?" And then he was screaming to the bartenders and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. They're gonna think I'm this dumb drag race bitch there. Wow. And I waited for my drink like everybody else, okay?
Lovely.
I mean, but you are Ivanna Drink, so you don't have to wait anymore. I personally don't think you should have to wait for a drink anymore.
I didn't even get a drink. I bought a beer for somebody else.
I was about to say, so you don't even you're sober, right?
I was gonna say you're sober,
or some level of sober. No.
So it was something that was misconstrued a little bit. When I perform and I'm in drag, I don't drink very much because I don't think that I'm on. And I like But also, with that being said, I do drink every now and then, and this weekend was definitely not one that's usual for me because I was drinking a bit. But I'm not a huge drinker, and I don't my water of choice. My drink of choice is water.
Great.
Your water of choice is drink.
My water of choice is Ivanna Drink.
I'm curious though. So you just did some traveling in Europe for 3 weeks, something like that. 4 weeks. Did anybody recognize you in Europe?
Yes. So I was on Grindr, funnily enough.
As things happen.
As you do.
And I was at a train station. I'm with my mum, by the way. Like, I'm not like, I'm with my mum. And like, I get it doesn't make that sound because my phone's always on silent, but that's how I'm going to tell the story because it's more impactful. And it's like, in the middle of Barrett, like the train station, I'm going to the south, and it's like, oh my God, Ivanna Drink, I left you on Drag Race. And I'm just like, what is happening here? But that was like one of them. But the most fun thing that happened, I was in Venice, in Italy. And I was having lunch with my mum and my auntie, and some guy came up, and I don't know if he's going to watch this. I'll have to message him and say, watch the pod so that you can see my story about you. And he came up to me, and he had an accent. So I was like, and I don't know if you like know in Europe, but people will come up to you and try and sell you things.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm chatting to my mum, and this guy comes up, and he's smiling at me, and I'm like, hi, are you right? Like, I was like literally going to be like, no, thank you, I'm okay. And he goes, can I get a photo with you? And I was just like, me? So we got this photo, and my mum was like, did you know that person? And I was like, no, I think he watches the show.
That's awesome. Great.
I was gonna say, go to DragCon next year, and there'll be a lot more Grindr stories for you to tell, because it's Ask Art. Art has stories.
Ask Art.
I was gonna say, Dawn and I have both talked to Art several times on Grindr. So,
actually, you know what's really
You're
funny?
really exposing my personal life.
When I was leaving LAX, of all places, so when I flew back from Europe, I flew via LA and came back to
yeah.
She was on Grindr in LA.
That's really
And I was
funny.
like, what are you doing here? Are you
I love that.
That is hilarious.
Although we are very upset you were not on Drag Race for very, very long, was it everything you wanted? What did you not get to do that you wanted to do? Insert stock questions about Drag Race here. Like,
Right.
going back to my press day when I was eliminated.
yeah.
I was just happy. I think in any situation, as I was saying to you all earlier before we started, being on Drag Race is probably one of the biggest ways to promote yourself, because it's a worldwide platform, and it's such a great way to get your name out there. So that was always, as soon as I was cast, I was like, this is fabulous, this is like just what I wanted, what I needed, and that's going to be such a good stepping stone for me in the future. What do I wish I got to do more of? I think comedy challenges would have been my thing. I got like the shittiest combo leading into it. Like, the performance was fine, but competing with 10 other girls in these huge outfits was awful. And then sewing challenge. Excuse me, read this little thing there. My dress was not the worst.
It wasn't. It was not.
No, it was not.
Watch our video. We all defended
Watch our video. We talked about it.
And then the third one was a bit more of an acting challenge, but it's just the way the cookie crumbled, and you have to be grateful. I feel like if you hold on to negative things, you don't really get anywhere in life. So, appreciate the opportunity, appreciate the things that have come from it, and then work a little bit harder to show people that you do have fun. Because I actually, in Sydney, I don't even really remember this, but I met someone, and he goes to me, you said at the end of your episode, come and see me live because I'm way more fun. And he's like, you are more fun.
I love that.
I love Australian.
The other way around, right? Like, you are so much more boring in person.
Wow. And of course, the trend of a comedy queen going home right before Snatch Game. I was devastated. Did you reveal who you were going to do?
No, I have not.
Would you like to hear?
We're getting an exclusive.
This is not going to be the exclusive for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm holding on to it. Ask me in 2 to 3 years when my chances of getting on another season have any.
Fabulous. Love it. That's the right answer.
That is the right answer.
Buy another outfit. It was a good outfit. So it's in a box somewhere.
All right, I got a very important question. How did you feel about cake and candy being the runway theme? Because I was like, cake and candy for the runway? Like, can we get something that's a little bit more like serving, in my opinion? No, it's stuck in my head since, but anyway.
I actually have to agree. It was a good song. It's a good song.
Oh, yeah.
But I think for someone who's critiques every week where you don't have enough energy, I'm like, maybe change the Runway song. Like, give me something to provide the energy for.
I mean,
It goes back to when, like, even on the early seasons of the US franchise, when they would do I Bring the Beat, or like the slower but still like poppy RuPaul songs, I'm like, even those, I'm like, no,
but Katie Candy is like really slow and like
the most mid-tempo song you could pull from RuPaul's catalog.
Like, just give us just what they want, like, and then let them walk down and serve that way.
Or
like,
hello, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Like, y'all deserved a better Runway theme.
Maybe next season.
Probably not next season.
I mean,
Honestly, I will say it's better than Congratulations, so at least it's the first two.
True. Next season's going to be crying on the dance floor.
Probably.
I was about to say, if we go talk about something, let's talk about the weird choices in lip sync songs we had this entire season. I was like,
what was it? 8? Like what? 4 of them were male songs?
3 or 4?
I was like, these are weird songs that we having them lip sync to, number one, and then we tell them like, oh, you didn't do like, well, if you gave them a better song, maybe they will perform it better if you would have gave them like.
Just give us the entire discography of Kylie Minogue, please. Like, that would have been.
And
better.
of all Kylie songs to give y'all this season, it was Secrets.
Secret.
What did you think when you got the catalog of potential songs? Did you have any first thoughts?
There had to have been one you wanted to do, right?
The one I wanted to do was. Oh, what was it? I mean, I wouldn't want to say I Need a Hero because
I was going to say the Adam Lambert one.
Actually, I didn't know that song, so it was actually kind of nice to do that one. I wanted to do Haiku Hearts, the one that Holly and Gab did.
That's a good song.
Yeah,
but also, it was really hard to learn. I still don't know that song because she talks a lot in it.
Yeah.
And Hot and Cold, I was like, this one's gonna be so easy. I know this one.
Sure.
But yeah, I think some of them I was just like.
When we heard episode 1,
Lay Down Under, you don't want that?
I was like, absolutely not. That was the worst song I've ever.
We did a panel like for Drag Expo in Melbourne, which was I think 5 weeks ago, which is when I left home for the first time. And the thing was, I think the question asked was, what was the worst lip sync of the season so far? And the question was, what's your favorite song to lip sync to? And I was the first one, and I was like, despite what everyone says, I thought Down Under was a good song to lip sync to.
Really?
Yeah, let's see it.
Because I didn't lip sync to it. I think if I had, I probably would have hated it too. But it was fun. Every other person was like literally like, audible groans when I finished saying that. They're like, oh.
Because I feel like it's good in a mix, but like just lip syncing to the song on its own, like that.
And like in a dance in a club, you know.
Sure, yeah.
You will ever see me perform. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I'll do it ironically somewhere.
Absolutely.
Just bring Emil and Ivory on stage with you if they're ever in town, like in New Zealand one day. Just bring them on and you all just lip sync to it. Just on the stage, like in a line, you don't move.
Same choreography.
You don't do anything.
You just sing, and the only choreography you do is this. That's it. Oh man!
Order in her dress, like she was that ready to do it. She had like the literal flute and everything.
Yeah.
I was like,
who did that?
I planned too for that lip sync. I would have had a flute.
And
that's I think that's all I could probably fit in the outfit.
Work. Well, what did you think, having watched the finale with everyone and having watched it obviously for the first time like we all did? What did you think of the finale overall?
I really loved it. I thought it was such a good way to end it. And I think a lot of people really did enjoy the last 2 episodes of the season. And then obviously like the third episode was like the best one that they ever saw.
Absolutely, of course.
Most devastation.
Absolutely, of course.
It was nice. It was so nice to be able to be in that room with all those with the girls and all of the people that were watching it with us. Like we had some podcasters there, we had some people on TikTok, and like just other people that got invited as well, to be able to really celebrate the season, and just to be able to be in that room and find the news, because obviously no one really knows who wins until it actually airs. But I'm just so proud of everyone, like all 10 of us. Is it 10 of us? There's 10 of us.
There's 10.
All 10 of us, like we did the thing, we made some cool TV, and now it's just time to really go out there and enjoy the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. It definitely did feel like the right way to end this season, because I mean, y'all have been providing entertainment from start to finish. And I really think getting a little bit more emotionally in depth with the final 3 was a really nice way to kind of just like cap everything off. I wish things had gone better for one specific person who may not have performed nearly as well as we would have wanted her to in this finale. But I still think overall, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
I think the good thing about this season was that everybody had a really... everyone had an emotional draw on people in each episode. At least one person had a vulnerable side. And, I noticed that I cried in 2 out of the 3 episodes I was in. But, a lot of people messaged me and were like, oh my gosh, it's so nice to see that. And, I feel like everybody else would have got the same kind of vibe. I know Ivory got a lot of love for showing what she did. And it's nice that there's that support out there. It's not so cutthroat and you cried on TV, ha ha ha, gay.
Right. And like I definitely would say, like, obviously there's a lot of Drag Race happening at any given time, and we're covering all of it. But it really feels like, of the seasons we've had this year, it's like this cast feels like the one that I got to know the most watching y'all on TV. It's like they really took the time to get to know. I feel like I got to know a little bit about everyone on the cast beyond just like individual conversations that a lot of us have had with y'all. But I was like, exactly. Yeah. I was like, I got a little bit of backstory. Even Amel. I was like, I feel like I know a little bit about Amel. I want to know more about Amel. And like, definitely, like, especially the 4 of y'all that were the earlier outs. Like, I definitely feel like I know y'all more than I do other early outs on like other seasons that we've just watched.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love Amel. I think I feel so sad because I wish I had got to see more of her, and now I get to see her a lot because we spend a bit of time together, and I just have so much time for her. I think she's just the most fun and amazing, and she's so intelligent and so eloquent, and she uses words that I'm like, hang on a minute. What's the difference?
Are they in Simlish by any chance?
I haven't heard her speak Simlish. No, she did. She did, and when we did promo. But she's
oh my god,
she's so fun, and she calls me Miss Drink, and I feel so formal.
Miss Drink. I love that.
I'm like, if I see her, should I call her Miss Nitrate? Like, does that feel appropriate? Okay, yeah, that feels on brand.
Call her Miss Clooney and Lord Clooney.
Oh my god, yes, absolutely. Well, we were going to cover everyone's finale looks, which would have included yours, but not all of your sisters have posted their finale looks. But we do plan to do a lookbook video of all of the eliminated girls' looks for the season. So if you want to come back, you're always welcome here, of course.
Well, this is like what was it? You messaged me like 5 minutes before you were starting. I was like,
literally exposed us.
We're the right time in the country. I've got nothing much on to do today.
Well, next time we'll plan it with a little bit more time.
Right.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Well, we're so happy you joined us. Is there anything else you want to say before we let you hop off?
No, honestly, just thank you for watching, and thank you for all of your positive, really nice and uplifting comments. Like I think a lot of what I've seen has really. Some people have been really rude. And some people have been really nice, and you've been more positive experiences. And, our whole class really just love what you put into the world and the content that you create. So thank you for sharing positive things and not just ripping us down. And to everybody else who watches, thank you for keeping this one going, because this is one of my favorite ones. And that's not me just saying it because I'm here right now.
Sure. Well, this is also the first video we're filming after we hit 1,000 subscribers. So like that's phenomenal. We're excited about that.
So I guess we're adding Down Under season 1 and season 2 to Lana G Reacts because Lana's gonna react.
So we've been telling our Drag Race Philippines fans that when we hit 1,000 subscribers, Lana will go back and watch season 1 of Drag Race Philippines. So now we're just gonna keep adding on to the things she has to.
I'm gonna be reacting for the rest of my life.
How Drag Race is, yes, you will be.
I know.
Season of US.
The first season of US. Oh, that would be interesting.
That's a short one too.
Yeah, like 6 episodes.
They're gonna make me watch it all. I'm sure I'm gonna end up watching everything, but it's fine. It's fine.
And I started watching Drag Race when I was like, I think it was season 9 with Violet.
Oh,
And that was the first one I saw.
love
And then I went back. I back watched, I think up to 3.
Mhm.
And then I was able to keep up. And then they started adding new ones, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have the time in the world.
We barely do, and the only reason we keep track of it all is because we review all of them. Honestly,
Yep.
but
So sometimes we watch the episodes twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes.
yeah,
I watched my episodes twice because I when I watched them the first time, they were always in like a club, and you couldn't really hear. So I had to
Right.
watch them the next day, and then my third, the one where I was eliminated, I didn't watch second time. I was like,
well, I was gonna say there are only 3, so
yes, I'm easy. I can watch them on
exactly. Well, let all of our beautiful listeners know where they can find you. What are you doing? How can we support you? Because we want to.
Thank you. Well, follow me on Instagram. I'm kind of in the process. I think I'm very busy for the next little while. I'm flying to Adelaide in 2 weeks. I've just spent 6 weeks abroad. So yeah, keep an eye on me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I say some stupid shit there sometimes.
It's very entertaining. Can confirm.
Well, Annabelle and Ivory are better at it than I am. I just kind of get like a.
They're
random
really good.
one. I'm like,
Yeah, they are good.
Ivory
Gabriella
is-
with her fun
Ivory
facts.
is a lot.
Gabriella is for sure.
Yeah.
Gabriella's fun facts. Oh my gosh.
I love
It's
it.
so good. But yeah, you can see me on Instagram. It's the best place to see it. I always post when I'm doing things. So just keep an eye on my stories. If I'm traveling, I turn into a travel influencer.
Yeah. Also can confirm.
Train stations in Paris.
Yeah. And all of Ivanna's links will be available in the description below as well.
Go
So
buy her
follow.
merch.
Buy her
Go buy her
merch.
merch.
All the cool kids have her merch.
Yes.
Cute. It's very cute merch.
It is.
Mhm.
It is.
Plug the merch one more time for us. Where can you find that?
IvannaDrink.co.nz, worldwide shipping available. And my prices are New Zealand dollars, so if you're in America, it's actually half price.
Right. When I bought a few of these girls' merch, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm spending so much on this merch. And then when I saw it go through my credit card, I'm like, oh, never mind. That's fine. And that includes
I'm
shipping.
gonna pay it regardless, but
Fine.
oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
I was like, checked out $70, checked my card, $40. Okay.
Yeah. Someone in the UK bought it and they were like, oh, this is quite expensive. And I was like, don't worry about it. Just pay for it. And she's like, oh, wow. It worked out really well.
I will be getting a fan for sure.
I think I have to as well.
I will be getting a fan for sure.
There's 2 fans.
We all
and
have
then-
to. We're all gonna show up like down for season 4, like, and we all of our fans.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm going to make it a thing. Like, if you want me to do the podcast with you again, you all have to
Yes.
have a fan.
We will.
Okay.
I'm about to say it'll be done.
Guaranteed.
I'm about to say you're
Guaranteed.
talking to people who will spend our money on anything. Period. So
I just went to Bath and Body Works. I will spend my money on anything.
I just bought a Big Brother key for no reason at all, just so I can have one. I'm getting your fan. Period.
Absolutely.
I love it. I'll keep an eye on my inbox.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you, Ivanna, for joining
Thank
us. It's been a
you.
big pleasure.
Such a
Of
nice
course.
time.
Of course.
We'll have you back sometime.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll get your fans and then we'll have you back.
Yeah, more than 5 minutes notice is by next time.
Yeah.
Absolutely can do. Can do.
Enjoy the rest of the episode, and I will
Thank
see
you, darling.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And I just leave. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Press that X.
If you want to, yeah, go for it.
get that part out.
Yeah.
No, we're leaving it in. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my
how lovely.
gosh.
So that happened.
That happened.
For full transparency, Lana, Dawn, and I were 100% surprised by that today. So thank you, David.
Mhm.
full transparency, I wasn't supposed to be here today.
No, Lana was not gonna be here today.
It's not. I was like, I'm gonna take a break, and then I got a message from my good friend Rita Menu, letting me know that Ivanna was in the building, and I was like, "What? Let me jump on real quick just to say hello." While they're live, I'll just sit in the background. They weren't live yet, so here I am.
No. Well, now we have to talk about the finale.
30 minutes in. Let's talk about the finale now.
But no, I did really enjoy this finale. I thought it was lovely. I thought it was good. The cameos that were made were beautiful. Work. Yeah. So we come into the workroom. Holly has been eliminated. The world is still shocked by the elimination of Hollywood star. Gabriella is surprised to be there. Everyone is surprised Gabriella is there. But
I will say though, I didn't comment on this episode. I didn't get to comment on this these last few episodes, unfortunately, just to schedule conflicts. But in terms of this episode, though, Gabriella, in my opinion, did win the lip sync. I didn't think they were going to keep her, but she did win. Yeah. So like when she won, I was like, "Yay! They're doing a double Shantae," and then they didn't keep her.
That's what we.
That's what I thought too.
That's what we all thought. We were like, "Oh, it's gonna be a double Shantae, and we'll have a final four." And they were like, "No."
And they're like, "No."
My only thought on why they might not have done that is because I don't think there was enough time for a fourth verse in this song that they do.
Well, they could have put a fourth one after Gabriella's.
Could they? Yeah,
they could have balanced it and done 2 and 2.
They could have put the fourth one after the Gabriella Labucci.
After the Gabriella Labucci.
Well, then I wish they had.
I still just love that it's Gabriella Labucci, but Isis is the Italian one.
Right. I know. I love it.
Well, Gabriella said, "Fun fact: her verse was about me."
I know. But yeah, Dawn, since you haven't been here this season,
do you want 60 seconds to talk about your feelings?
Oh my gosh! Yay!
We have that.
Oh, we have it. Okay, yeah.
Oh, Dawn doesn't know.
What is this?
Okay, so we have another new soundbite.
Oh God.
David put it in because he missed an episode and wanted to cover his thoughts on the episode. So we are going to give you 60 seconds after we start this sound to give all of your thoughts on 7 full episodes of Drag Race Down Under Season 3. Are you ready?
Should I do it in, the accent? No, I'm not going to do it in the accent.
If you want to attempt it, go for it. Okay, here we go.
This is your moment! Have it!
All right, so I guess I'm doing this now. Oh my God, the pressure. I love the fact that I got to get to know all of these queens personally, at least a little bit before I decided to go off socials. So it was really, really cool to be able to know them. I felt like the personal connections for the season. I really think that this is one of the most fun Drag Race seasons we've had. I think even from the judges, from everyone, somebody said this otherwise, but it felt like RuPaul was on vacation, but I think that was a good thing because he knows that the Aussie queens are camp and he's there to have a good time. Like fully, he said meow when Miss Ivanna Drink. Girl, we love that. Like that's so camp of RuPaul. Like she said something like that every single time someone got to where I feel like there was always like some weird thing, which I loved. The girls just felt like a family. They felt so supportive of each other. And Ashley Madison was Jesus Christ. So honestly, love that. She did great in Snatch Game. Gabriella was some girl from the Wiggles.
Thumbs up.
Good job.
Your time is up. That was pretty good.
This is my favorite draft I've also ever had. There we go.
That's redacted. Where's the redacted? That was after the 60 seconds. So.
Not bad.
Redacted.
I thought we edited out.
We edited that part out.
Redacted.
We know what I'm talking
about. I guess nobody gets to know about the fact that I love Ivory and Gabriella and that they're iconic and they're my favorites of the season.
Period. Good
choices.
Work. I do love that we have that too. All of these new
bites and things.
I love it.
You're welcome.
But if you play Raincoat here one more in this episode, I will.
Oh, I forgot. Thank you,
Oh
Lord.
no, not
How could
that.
I forget?
Not that. Not I forgot.
Where was it? Did we hear it?
Reagan Jacket.
We heard
Breaking
it.
Yacket?
Yeah.
Breaking Yacket?
Go watch our coverage of Drag Race Germany, available now on the channel. But yes, so we come in to the workroom the next day. Final 3. Our final maxi challenge is we are writing verses for the 3rd time this season. On this 8-episode season of RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, we are writing verses.
Why? But okay.
Because they ran out of ideas. But we are writing verses, learning difficult choreography. We'll talk about it. And performing the deep down under mix of RuPaul's Crying on the Dance Floor. Okay, smile. Work, diva. Now, what I was the most excited about is we go to do this choreography, and Queen Kong is here. Queen Kong is here.
And she
I
looks
love
so
Queen.
good.
Oh, she looks so good.
It did not look like she really smelled. Let me tell you.
No, and I actually can confirm in real life, she really doesn't smell.
Let me tell you, my Queen Kong experience when I met her, like she complimented my wig. She said, the lace looks like it's growing right out of your head. And I was like, thank you.
Now,
Thank
which
you
wig
so
were you
much.
wearing when that happened?
Not that one. I was wearing the pigtail wig.
Okay, good.
I was wearing the pigtail wig. It was stunning. It was by Bam Bam Wigs in Germany. Thank you, Katie Bam. And that and I was like, oh my god, like Queen Kong likes my wig. Work.
Work.
But yeah, no, it was super fun experience, and also like she really just had so much fun with this episode and with these queens. So I'm really excited to see what was really excited to see what they would come up with. What the choreography was going to be, weren't you?
Lana probably has no idea what actually the tea that came out recently. So Queen said on her Twitter that apparently they had to scrap all of her choreography because it was too hard. And so none of the choreography they did in the final performance was hers.
Oh.
So they paid her to just be there, which honestly works, girl.
Work. Get your money. Get your coin. Any way you can.
Yeah.
But
Queen
wow.
Kong confirmed for versus the world when. I would like to see it.
Or Global All Stars when?
I would like to see it.
Period.
I would like to see it. So we do also get our talks with Rue and Michelle. And by talks with Rue and Michelle, I mean talks with Michelle, and RuPaul is just there to insert random commentary. Because that's what it felt like. But I didn't really have any major moments that stood out to me as far as the Jaffa lunch, TikTok dinner.
I mean, Gabriella did get to take that entire bowl of Jaffas with her. And let me tell you, I wanted to do that for years.
I've been waiting for someone in a Tic Tac or adjacent thing to just pick up the whole damn thing, because why are we still doing anorexia jokes?
No, like for real, I was waiting for somebody to literally just take it and just pour it all in their mouth. But I know RuPaul would literally like not frown them.
I absolutely would. If I was in the finale and I knew I had no shot of winning, I would just do that.
Oh yeah, but if you think you did have a shot of winning, I wouldn't.
Absolutely not.
I
But
want my $200,000 here in the U.S.
well, 50,000 in this circumstance, it'd be 50.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're in the U.S. though. I want my $200,000. I ain't gonna do that, but I've always wanted somebody to. So to see Gabby do it, that was like, thank you, girl. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Jaffas are like, they're chocolate covered in orange something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm
they're
very curious.
So
Like
they can't
M&M?
the kind of, it seems like the Australian Jaffa, I believe, is a take on a Jaffa cake, which is a British dessert, which is chocolate and orange in like a sponge cake.
Mm.
So I think that just has become like a hard candy. I think along the same line as we should have asked. We had a Kiwi here. We could have asked her, but I didn't. The last thing I was thinking about was asking Ivanna Drink what the Jaffa is.
Fair.
I know.
Her name is not Ivanna Jaffa.
No, it's Ivanna Drink.
That's all right. I'm Googling.
Ooh, I
So-
love this Ivanna Drink.
Yeah! Oh, I
So I
love it.
If we get a season 4 of Down Under, who knows?
It's a
I think for the finale, we should each have some Jaffas.
if we can get them into the US, sure.
I mean,
I'm
Yeah.
sure they can ship
So our
them. all.
sponsor, trytreats.com. No, I'm kidding.
I've never eaten on the podcast, but I will for that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We do some
I'm
ASMR with
looking
these
at
breakfasts.
Jaffas and what they
Oh,
are.
okay. Lana,
Because
Lana's on the search.
Yes, they are round, sweet, consisting of solid orange flavored chocolate center with a hard covering of red colored confectionery sugar.
So it's kind of like a truffle.
kind of like an M&M, but it also looks like those little malted balls or those small
Oh,
chocolate, like
uh-huh.
yeah, they look like
Okay.
those, and they're from Nestle, the New Zealand brand of Nestle. who
Sure,
does that.
okay.
So yeah, so I'm thinking they're like
Okay.
the sticklets, the little sticklet candies.
Sure. Yes, I'm familiar.
I love sticklet candies, so like
I
just take them
don't, but I love that for you.
I eat them, but yeah.
What was that?
It's the only thing Lana will be doing that too.
Yeah, well, how you take them out the tube? And you,
Girl.
Okay, this is getting clipped, and it's
This is getting
going to be used against you.
Stop it right now. You need to stop, girl. You are sabotaging yourself.
No, I am not, because I know exactly what I'm doing. Purr.
I mean, her.
I'm about to say, if y'all can make all y'all jokes on this podcast, why can't I? Absolutely not. You're not gonna censor me. Not the only cis woman on this podcast. You're not censoring me. No, I broke my
You're gonna
fan.
give the glass.
I
You're gonna give
just-
the glass. You're gonna serve the glass.
No.
and you're gonna spill the glass.
All of it. See, now I definitely got to get a new Ivanna fan. 'cause
Okay,
I
is
just
this-
broke my fan.
Is this the second person who's broken a fan on the podcast? 'Cause
I
Eve
believe
did it
so.
once.
Eve did it. So now
No, I
have
feel like
to-
someone else has.
I have, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh, for
Dawn
sure.
has.
Well, Ivana, I'm getting your fan because I broke it.
I was
At the
already
end of-
planning on
Look
it.
at the end of the month for sure. Now.
Okay, the episode.
Episode.
Well, the episode.
I mean, we could talk about it. It was
Is
the
there
episode
really
that happened.
anything else to talk about?
Look, I'm just glad they did.
Feelings.
I'm glad they did all of those interviews back to back to back instead of like intersplicing them with
Same.
other things because
Right.
that kind of gets like that gets.
I'm like,
old.
I didn't need to see them recording their verses to Crying on the Dance Floor with some Australian producer I've never heard of. Like, I'm sorry, it
Or
would have been a
Michelle
Kiwi
Visage.
producer or Michelle Visage. It's fine. I'm okay with that.
This is another weird one. Wasn't Kylie Minogue supposed to be on this season?
Yes.
Like, where was she? Like, she was. We literally heard like Kylie Minogue is here in a trailer. I'm sure of it.
I'm pretty sure.
Like, we saw her. I could have sworn we saw her on the judging panel, unless I'm going crazy.
I don't remember.
As long as we get Padam on the next season, like
I've heard some things.
That might be expensive. It might be
It's
on a US
absolutely
season.
expensive.
maybe Tension.
Go back. No. Go
I-
It
back.
might be on
Okay,
a
but we-
US season.
We have to continue. We have to continue with the finale of Drag Race Down Under.
Finale looks.
And
Can't wait to see all the eliminated girls come back with their looks that they were going to wear.
Please,
Oh, wait.
all of you post them because we are not talking about them today.
they also weren't here
That's-
to show them off.
They're
in
very
the-
unfortunate.
On the season.
How do we not bring back the?
They
I
haven't.
believe it is still because of COVID restrictions in New Zealand.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Well, please post your finale looks so we could at least talk about them in our flip book at the end of the season, at the end of the
Hopefully
year.
featuring Ivanna Drink and potentially other people.
Yes.
We make no other promises, but probably Ivanna Drink. If we give her more than 5 minutes notice.
She really exposed us today, and honestly,
She
worked.
really did expose us. And you know what? I'm here for it.
I'm here for
So-
it. We should be exposed. We should be.
We should be.
Right.
We should be. Category is finale Eleganza Extravaganza. We'll talk about the looks really quick. We can talk about the challenge, final lip sync. That's really all that's left to discuss. So, first up, Flor. David, what did you think of Flor's finale look? By Flor.
Flor has given us so many good looks throughout the season. When I look back at my favorite looks, she has quite a few that are up there. And I could talk about those looks all day long. This one, I
Shady
love Flor. I love
David!
Flor. Flor, you are such a precious gem, and I love who you are. I'm so glad you're on this season. And this is maybe one of my least favorite finale looks that I've seen ever. I'm so sorry to say that because I love you, Flor. That's all I have to say.
So, David, to translate, David said, "Mama, this is garbage."
Wow.
Never.
No, I like Flor a lot. She was one of my favorites this season. East Mine is iconic. Girl, like, the top half is really nice. I really like the top half. I love how she's representing her country in Guatemala. I just wish that there were like some more feathers. I wish that there was some kind of adornment, some stoning. Like, I wish that, like, it just feels like the top half and the bottom half of the dress are two separate pieces that just happen to be made out of the same fabric and kind of then sewn together. So I wish like that if this was like a skin tight, like pageant gown silhouette with a mermaid, stunning. You know what I mean? And it's really just a silhouette for me because like, and if there was a little bit more blue that was taken into the bottom, then for me, like that would have been perfect. And it would have just like given like what I think Flor serves. I just don't think this showcased her body as best as we wanted it to and as much as we've seen in the past. But Flor is still gorgeous. And I do wish the earrings were a little bit different. I know it is a cultural thing. They still kind of just looked, they looked like they could have had, I wish they had smaller stones to make it a little bit more, to make it look less, I don't want to say chunky, but I guess it is a chunky earring.
From far away, it's not doing a whole lot visually.
Yeah, that.
See, here's the thing. I like the colors. I like the color palette of it all. I think the color palette of it is very pretty. I love the little headpiece with the feathers. I just feel like it needed to be more. Flor needed to give me more, and it was just that bottom half makes it look. It's too bad. It's too poofy. If that makes sense, I don't know. And I get the cultural references, and that's why I feel like the color, the weight, the top half. I like the top half of the dress. It's really pretty. I just wanted it to be like finale. This is not giving me finale. This is giving me one runway, like the runway is feathers or the runway is glamour or something, or cultural. Like represent the runway theme is representing your country, and she's giving us a representation. I still feel like it just needs a little bit more representation in there. Like, give me more of the feathers. Give me more of the, like, it's just, I just want more. It's very underwhelming for a finale look. And that's the only problem with it. And then when this dress comes out and then the other two dresses come out behind it, you're like, oh, okay. It definitely needed to be more of a finale dress. It's just not giving me a finale dress. This is giving me middle of the competition runway look. Not
beautiful gowns, very that.
Right, beautiful gowns, but not finale.
Let me talk about what I love about Flor. Flor is beautiful. Flor is fantastic. Flor has made some great TV on this season of Drag Race.
Flor is mine.
Flor is mine. I have one fundamental issue with the dress, if I'm being honest, and it's whatever this crossover in the front is. Why, and also how. I am questioning how it was made. Like, I don't. Regardless, I know she didn't make this. So this is not any disrespect to Flor, because I think Flor is actually modeling this garment the absolute best she possibly can.
Very interesting angular movements of her.
Very interesting angular movements of her. It's very different from anything we've ever seen for a finale look on Drag Race. It does nothing for her shape. It makes her look shorter than she is. And her mug is beautiful, as it always is. Mm-hmm. So I love Flor. Flor has been a lovely addition to the Team Logan group of draftees. I do love me some Flor. Not this garment she wore on this episode. So.
Okay.
Flor scores for the final time this season for Flor.
I am going to give this a 55.
I'm gonna be nice because I really like Flor and I'm biased, so I'm going to give her a 70.
I was gonna give her a 70 as well.
I like Flor. It's a 70. Normally,
leaving me down here all by myself at 55.
Always, David.
Oh wait, we're almost
copyright.
We have 1,000 subscribers. We can't be doing that no more.
But we got 30 seconds, so we're all right. You got 30 seconds to get it in there.
We're fine.
That's what she said.
Gabriella Labucci.
Gabriella Labucci.
Out on the runway.
She's sitting fishing on the runway.
She is giving me Emerald City realness, and I'm here for that. Okay, y'all know I love me some Wiz. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say it's very Wiz.
Very Wiz. But David,
I'm
sorry. Let's go ahead.
Yes. So if it was a Wiz, she would be the one that everybody is staring at. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Gabriella, this is the best you've looked all season. And this is what you're supposed to do with a finale look. I really love this. Even the shape, like those sleeves, especially. I think that's my favorite part. I love the sleeves. I love the big draggy wig. I'll be honest, like the first episode, I was like, oh, I think Gabriella's going to give us really small looks throughout the season. I didn't think she would drag it up as much as she has in other looks, and especially this one. So I don't know. And it's, who cares if Michelle pretends she doesn't like green? This was great.
Okay, so again, since I haven't been here and Gabriella Labucci has become one of my favorite queens and someone I've been able to connect with, at least online, I just want to just speak to her right now, just right here, and say, Gabby, I love you. Thank you so much for providing such an amazing season for us to watch. You have been the main character this season, and I knew the moment that I saw you, I was obsessed with you because you are a superstar. Please, please don't ever forget that. This gown is absolutely gorgeous. You are going to go so far. You have improved so much throughout this entire season. And I'm so sad that I wasn't here to read any of your looks. So, but no, I love you. And I genuinely think this is one of the most beautiful things. And unlike somebody else on this, on this runway, you actually wore a necklace, so I appreciate you for that so much. And I love the updo. I love the silhouette that you're giving. Just and I am speaking directly to her because we know she's watching. Gabriella Labucci is the #1 cup down under fan. We know.
Maybe anymore. She wasn't the first one to be on.
Well, she also didn't have 5 minutes notice. So, yeah, but no, Gabby, you're an icon. You're a legend. You're the moment. Thank you so much. And, girl, add me on Switch. Let's play some Pokemon together. Or even play Mario Kart. Honestly, play Smash. Let's do it. It'll give.
Me too. The fact.
Gabriella, I have to go green for you.
I thought you were going.
Me too.
I thought you were turning your lights off. I got very. Lana, the green is not translating.
No,
you need to green harder.
This is off. That's not off. This is green.
It's a very subtle difference.
I'll turn this way.
Thank you very much. I got very concerned.
First of all, relax. Absolutely, everybody relax. Calm down and relax.
Because the off was just green, it was off with a green silhouette. It was off with a green filter.
Everybody relax. I got this.
Thank
I
you.
got this. Calm down. So, Gabriella Labucci, and yes, I don't need you to see me because this is about you. So, I'm just going to show the green. Because, baby girl, I was in love with this look the second you turned the runway. You came out and you turned that corner. I was like, I love this look. I literally like screamed. I was like, love this look. The Wiz is my favorite movie of all times, of everything that I've ever watched my entire life. I know that movie backwards and forward. You, darling, are the one who wanted to be seen green, wouldn't be caught dead red, because you, if you're not seen green, you better be wearing jade, mommy. You gave me green, you gave me essence, you gave me the hair is everything. I want that wig, and I don't even do wigs like that, but I want that wig. It's gorgeous. That dress is stunning. You look amazing in it. I love the sleeves. I love the train. I love it all. The necklace is beautiful. Your face is gorgina. I can't stand it. This was my favorite look I've seen from you this entire season, and you've had some really good looks this season. This is my favorite. I am in love with this, and I am in love with you, Miss Labucci. I know you're watching. I know you follow me on Insta, so hit me up again and let me know how much I want this wig. If you can send me that wig, I promise you. I don't even know. No, don't send it to me because I would not be able to pull it off like you pulled it off. It looks great. I love it. 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 You look amazing.
David, we didn't hear anything you just said, darling diva.
I said I was just imagining Lana coming in the podcast on that wig.
All right.
Like, you just imagine her just popping.
If Gabriella
Like
Labucci
she just shows up and like, hello.
with my I would do it too. If Gabriella Labucci sent me that wig, I would wear it with pride. It is so gorgeous.
Every podcast.
Okay, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous.
Hold on, let me go put on my Labucci wig.
Okay, every week I'll come in. Hold on, my Labucci wig. It'll be like my fan. It'll be like my fan. Like I could not do a whole podcast without my
fan.
My cup mug.
Labucci wig.
Labucci wig. Period.
Oh, you gotta have the Ivanna Drink fan.
And my Ivanna Drink fan.
The cup
my
mug.
Labucci wig and my cup mug. Period.
No, cup mug.
Period. I am in. I love. Sorry.
Gabriella Labucci, you fucking dickhead. I just. Where's this banner? And I know we have not given her this banner this season. I don't think. I don't think we did. I'm very happy to say she did what needed to be done.
For sure.
I think this is the first time we've ever given somebody a round of applause.
Party for Labucci.
Yes!
Party for Labucci. Party for Labucci. Party for Labucci. Period. So good.
Scores. I don't have anything else to say.
I'm gonna give this a 90.
Wow.
Mama.
I love that.
Handala.
Yeah.
Magda. That was gonna be mine. I was just about to pull that up. So
I also was.
We're gonna keep it up.
Keep it up. Magda. You look great. Oh, you eight down. Eight down.
So proud of you, Mama. You did that.
Finale was the.
I hope you are enjoying working the world as Flor, Holly, and Isis are as well.
Right.
So I hope you're all enjoying it. So.
And speaking of Isis,
Avis, Loren. David.
Yeah. She looks good. There are definitely things I like about this and things that I'm not crazy about. First of all, her makeup looks really good. I do like this lavender color on her. I think it looks great. I think the thing that I don't love is the bodice part here and maybe the color of it, because it's so similar to like a corset color. So it almost looks like a shiny corset. And I just feel like there should be more on it, especially because she's supposed to be the fashionista, right? That's what they've been telling her. And this is your finale look. So I just wanted a little bit more here, but she still looks good. Just my expectations were very high and she didn't quite meet them.
I says that I love this look. I'm never gonna say a purple look is bad, ever, because this is my favorite shade of purple. I actually disagree with like the corset a lot. And I love that like almost every detail was there except the necklace. Mama, this is the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race. Where is your necklace? Like, I know it's all old Hollywood glamour, but also old Hollywood glamour includes necklace. If it was just a cute little pearl necklace, like a strand of pearls or something like that, just to give something on the neck, because this look is perfection for me. Like, absolute drag perfection. The makeup, I loved it. Like, I would have absolutely 1000% wear this. Please send this to me so I can and put a necklace on it. But like, girl, like it just feels so like you were so close. And I hate to say that because like you have been drag perfection this whole season, Isis. Like 1000%. I'm obsessed with you, Miss Loren. But like, mama, like where's the necklace? I need the necklace. No, but I can't be mad at it though.
I am not that upset about the necklace as Dawn is. And what I am upset about is the gloves and why they're so big and baggy and smooshy. Like, I wanted them like skin tight gloves on your hand. I don't want it to be wrinkly and baggy and falling off you. That's the
Especially if they're the most luxurious fisting gloves ever. No, you don't want that wrinkly. No.
I just want them to be like you peeled them on your skin and that type of, because I feel like this look adds for those gloves that fit up the arm completely and it's like it's painted on, you know.
Yes.
It's just the big gloves being so baggy kind of throws it off for me. That's the only thing that I see is wrong with this look. I don't care about the necklace because you have those big earrings on, so I can forgive that a little bit. Not as mad as Dawn, but maybe a little annoyed, but not as mad. But I think this dress is stunning. The silhouette is stunning. You look beautiful. I just want the gloves to fit. That's it.
Interestingly enough, I actually don't have an issue with the glove or the lack of necklace. I think for me, I like having the full exposed clavicle. I think something about that with everything else that's going on in the garment, I actually really, I don't mind it. And with the glove specifically, it seems like maybe the glove wasn't hers and she borrowed it and realized they were too long. That might be what it is.
I would rather not have them.
I like that it's kind of crinkled though, because it's kind of echoing the ruching happening in the skirt.
I was going to say, I thought the ruching was intentional.
I think the ruching in the skirt is definitely intentional, and I think in the glove it may not be. But for some reason, I understand your qualms with it, Lana, for sure. For me, somehow it didn't bother me nearly as much. Yeah, I think Isis looks beautiful. But guess what, y'all? Isis has looked beautiful this entire seast.
I'm about to say, she has not missed on the runway. Not
and
ever.
This was not a miss either.
No, it was not.
And to know that she made, I think, at least 90% of her Drag Race package, I love to see that.
And some other people's stuff.
And
a couple other people's stuff. So, final scores from Miss Loren.
I'm going to give her a 71.
I'm jumping the gun. I'm sorry.
No. Oh, me jump. Wait, what? Okay.
No, I jumped.
No. Lana did.
Lana.
I did. I jumped so far. I just totally dismissed you. I am so sorry.
You're used to giving scores after me.
I am. But go ahead, Dawn.
I see how it is. No, oh God. Isis, I'm just saying this because I love you and I have so much expectations for your looks. But this is a 70 for me.
Oh, wow.
But it's perfection. Just the necklace. If it had a necklace, there would have been a full or even
It's
a mug.
perfection minus a 30.
Yeah, because the necklace is such an important. Like, this is the finale, girl. I have to be like, and Isis has shown so much.
Okay. No,
Definitely.
I support it.
Yes, I was used to going after David because I'm like, I'm sorry. Once again, I will give this an 80. Actually, no. I changed that. I will give it a 95 because it's still such a really good look. It's just the gloves for me. Took it off from the floor.
I have to give it a full. There's nothing I would particularly change or want different for me specifically. So it's a full. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
I love
between the three of us, we all had an issue
with something except Logan.
Exactly. Well, I mean, there are things that could have been different, but
collectively we all hated the outfit.
Collectively, we all hated it.
But individually, we kind of loved it. But
individually, we were two full people that enjoy the look. Because I enjoyed it, and that all three of you kind of constitute one person that likes the look.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying you're 3 times the people as us?
Yes. And what about it?
Work, I guess.
I'm about to say, if that helps you sleep at night, sure.
No, nothing helps me sleep. I tried. So unfortunately, we do have to discuss the final challenge that happened. Poor baby Flor.
Poor Flor, but I will say this is one of the best songs we've gotten.
I will say I will agree with you. I actually really enjoyed the remix of it. And I think it's honestly because they all sang.
Yeah.
We didn't have any random rapping happening. And I do love those moments, of course. But I like that everyone sang and everyone got the opportunity to sing because Gabriella didn't on the second of the 3 verses, that they wrote this season.
She was just sitting fishing on the runway.
Oh no, I wasn't prepared for it. Hold on. No.
Fashion tonight on the runway.
Which she did in this finale. She
sure did. She sure did. Do we have any other thoughts on the performance as a whole?
I'll say this for my thoughts. I thought it was an interesting performance. I thought they did really well. Full transparency here. I was watching the performance as Ivanna was here on the show because I did not watch the whole thing. And since y'all were like, well, now you're here, I was like, dang it, now I have to watch the whole thing. So I watched the performance as we were talking to Ivanna, and I was like, oh, but I enjoyed it. I did see Flor was a little lost in the sauce, and I was like, poor thing. This is too easy. They finna break down and send one of them home. This is it. It just is what it is because I was like, Gabby and Miss Loren kind of just ate and Flor just didn't, unfortunately. So, but I thought it was a good, unfortunately, I can't even say it.
I can't say it.
Okay, unfortunately, she did not eat. She got ate up, and the right decision was made. Because I love Flor, though. I love and adore Flor. But she just wasn't ready for this. But I did like the remix.
I think though that even though Flor did not eat up the performance, she ate up that look.
Oh, she looked amazing.
Those were not stones, those were crystals.
She looked amazing.
Oh, yeah.
On her body.
That short hair. Oh, I love it.
Amazing.
Like I would, Flor, send that to me, please.
We can't have all the drag queens sending us everything. We're just asking for everything. We're so greedy. We just Mama, like, please, Mama, send me this.
I need a new bodysuit, and I need one that looks that good. Will it fit me? No, it'll probably fit on my thigh, but I will absolutely wear it.
It's so
you know what? Just send me the unit, girl. Just send me the unit.
It was so good. She looked amazing. Yeah, I think out of all the looks, she was my favorite. Like, she looks.
There was a clear hierarchy as far as the looks were concerned.
Oh, for sure.
In the performance, and it was most definitely Flor, then Isis, then Gabby. Yeah. But I didn't dislike Gabby's at all.
Right.
Right.
And for me, there was also a pretty clear hierarchy in how well they performed the song. And I do think that the top two were closer than the third one, unfortunately or unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, for me, going into this episode, I wanted chaos. I'm like, come on, Flor, come on, Gabriella, give us an upset, nail this finale. Let us be surprised, because it seems so obvious that Isis was going to win going into this. But I'm sorry, I just could not take my eyes off of Isis during this performance. She did so well, and I have to give her props for that. And I do want to acknowledge, I really like Gabriella's verse, and it confused me. I'm like, am I supposed to be laughing at this, or like, am I supposed to be crying at it?
Yes.
She talked about, like, she confronted like suicidal thoughts in this, and I'm like, that's pretty big to do in your final lip sync song. Yeah,
it was
but
heavy.
it almost had that humorous tinge to it. So
yeah, I think the way that she went about the cadence of her song was really good. I like that we, in this as well, we got to know more about her in this one episode than the other 7 episodes. And I'm like, we're getting to know more about Gabriella Labucci. And so I really enjoyed it. But I mean, there is no denying that Isis Avis Loren just has that star power. What was her line? A star is born in you? Something like that? Something about a star being born. Yes, you are, girl.
It was.
I think Isis is absolutely a star, and she does have that star quality in terms of professionalism, in terms of like what Drag Race is looking for in a winner, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but
it does. Yeah,
but usually based on the track records that we've seen in the past, like when I think of queens like Hannah Conda, or when I think of queens like Rosé, you know, the ones that are always like, she's polished, she's professional, she's exactly what we want. Usually when we hear those words, they usually don't win.
Track record.
Yeah. Like, they usually don't win. And so I was going into this thinking, oh, Gabriella's going to win. She's going to win the episode, especially based off of this season, like, based off of the storyline we got from her. I was like, okay, Gabby's going to win. I'm really excited about that, because I was Team Gabby. I love Isis, though, and I think she's absolutely gorgeous. But, like, I
really
love
Flor.
And I love Flor. You know,
love
Flor. But, like, I was fully expecting a Gabby win after seeing the performance, after seeing the peaks,
everything. I went into this episode, well, before I got spoiled. Before I got spoiled of it, because I got spoiled. But before I got spoiled, I went into the episode thinking that Miss Loren was going to win. But I felt like if Gabby didn't have the low moments that she had in the season, and if she was just at that consistent level of, you know, just save, even if she's mostly save, whatever, and didn't have those low moments where she was in the bottom two, like 2 times.
Twice in a row.
Right. If she didn't have that, I would have definitely went in there saying, Miss Gabriella Labucci is probably going to win this, because Rue loved her. She made Rue laugh. She gave everything that you would think that Rue would like as a Rue girl, as a winner, and she would be that. But I was like, but those 2 lows and those moments where they were trying to pull things out of her, and you never had to do that with Isis. She was always consistent. She was always polished. She was always just undeniably, like, she never missed on a runway ever. This entire season, she never missed. She was always a hit on the runway, always one of the favorites on the runway. And so I was like, I think this is going to Miss Loren, and deservedly so. But I love Gabriella, so I was like, I am also Team Gabriella, because she's just so wonderful. And I think her journey is what made me really root and want her to win, because she had those lows, and because she was like, you know, we didn't know if she was going to almost leave. Oh my God, she might leave. Oh, she stays. She's a lip sync assassin, whatever. She gave us those moments to root for her. So I kind of she was my want pick, but my heart was Gabby. My head was saying it's going to be Isis.
Very that.
Well, and I think that's actually a really interesting point to bring up in relation to the past 2 seasons of Down Under, where, like you were saying, Dawn, we've seen the person with the best track record on both of the previous seasons of Down Under did not win the season for one reason or another, but they didn't win their season. And
Spanky won her season. She had the best track record. She was literally high the entire time except for episode 1.
Oh, I thought Hannah did.
No, Spanky literally was high. Wait, it was bottom, high, or like high or
Hannah had more wins, right?
Hannah had more wins, but I think she had a bottom placement or two, or a couple safe placements, where Spanky was literally high the whole time or winning. Like, if you look back, she was in the top.
She did like set a record for highs, I think.
Well, Kiona broke that, so whatever. But it's been more the unexpected. What I'm saying is the more unexpected winner has won both seasons for one reason or another. And so going into this as well, I was like, well, I think Gabriella has a shot for sure. But I was going into the finale.
The less polished one, too.
I was going to say, I went into the season 2 finale saying, oh, Hannah's going to win. Cool. And then Spanky won. And I was genuinely shocked. I love Spanky Jackson. Speaking of Spanky Jackson, we get to see Spanky Jackson in this episode. Fuck yeah!
I love just seeing Michelle do that. Okay, for Lana, for some reference, this literally just Spanky Jackson would say "fuck yeah" and Michelle would scream the whole was obsessed with
Michelle and Rue.
She's so likable. One of the most likable winners for sure.
And as this being your first exposure to Spanky Jackson, what did you think, Lana?
Full transparency, I skipped a lot through stuff, so I did not.
Lana.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what a Spanky Jackson is.
No.
Well, everybody get us to 2,000 subscribers.
I was trying to be quiet, not speak on it because I don't know.
Lana G reacts at 2,000 subscribers. She will watch RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under season 2.
Not season 1. We will not subject her to season 1.
There's parts
if she wants to watch it. She can.
Imagine if the Down Under podcast is what got us to 2,000. That would be.
If the Down Under podcast.
No. We love the Down Under podcast. Please watch our podcast.
We love most of the queens of Drag Race Down Under.
Get us to 2,000, and I'll watch whatever y'all want me to watch.
Yeah. We just have another 1,000.
Right now, I gotta deal with Philippines right now because they got us there. They are on me. They are on my case. They're like, yo, we just got to 1,000 2 days ago. I'm not watching
the whole content
in 2 days. I'm not watching.
They really did. Chop. They said chop, movie boy.
They said, boo boo kitty, get on it.
We don't care that you have other responsibilities.
You got a life? Who cares? Get on it, sister girl. Okay, but I'm getting on it. I'm getting there.
Okay, so we do unfortunately have to talk about the fact that Flor was unfortunately eliminated in third.
Unfortunately.
David.
So what stood out to me here?
Oh my! I don't think I've ever seen Lana laugh like that, girl.
We got that bond. We got that
more
bond.
often with the three of us, and you'll hear Lana laughing like this all the time.
Oh my David!
R.I.P. Trees, am I right?
R.I.P. Gag Trees. She could still be alive somewhere. Under a refrigerator? I don't know. She's somewhere. But sorry. While Lana recovers, I'm gonna say
while Lana untucks in the workroom. David will give his thoughts on Flor.
As Lana evaporates to the workroom.
As Lana levitates to the workroom. I'm sorry, David. Please give your thoughts and feelings on Flor.
Yeah, there was a part of me that had a tiny minuscule of hope that Flor could win this season, based on like an underdog storyline. And honestly, there are things she could have won that she did not.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking to my roommate and I'm like, there is a universe where she could have gotten
crowned with
3
hers.
other wins that she
3.
did not get.
I would say 3 wins total.
Well, I mean, she got the one last week. There are 3
Yes.
that I think she was at least in the top 2 for.
I think
that she
we
could have
agree. I think we agree on the 2 that I'm thinking of, at least.
Yeah. So for me, it was episode 1. Okay, Holly definitely
Absolutely.
should have won, but Flor was right up there with her.
There's a case for Flor, for sure. I agree.
And then everybody already knows the talent show, of course.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say she should have won that one. She should
Right.
have won that one to me.
And for me, it was a little hot take for me, but I actually thought she was really good in the Housewives.
The one that Ivanna went home on.
Yeah, I thought she was very funny in that. And
No.
for me, she probably could have got a win there. In fact,
No,
I think she
I
was my
agree.
winner.
I don't agree with
Who
that.
won that
That challenge-
challenge again?
ISIS.
Gabriella.
No, Gabriella.
No, Gabriella. Which
Oh, no.
deserved.
Gabriella gets it.
Gabriella deserved. I
That's
don't
fine.
understand. Flor
She deserved it too, but I mean,
Flor was
I
not
thought
that
Flor was
great
so
in
funny.
that one. No, absolutely.
I know
think Flor was
you have
fine.
that hot take, though. You keep that hot take.
I
I'm
agree
gonna
with
keep-
that hot take.
Oh!
Thank you.
That win,
Well, you two are the only ones because that
that
was
win
not a
is
good
hers.
one.
It's mine.
Thank
No,
you.
that got on my nerves in the first
But-
5
I'm
minutes
usually
of it.
annoyed by that, but I actually loved it in that.
The
contract.
first 5 minutes of
She,
that.
she
I
did
mean,
that out.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
so funny. But yeah,
Well,
so I think there's a universe where if they had just given her a few more wins,
If they'd given her the time of day and had both of the prior winners not been Kiwis, Flor could have won.
right? And especially she was the fan favorite. She had like over half of the support on Twitter
Mhm.
with
Well,
likes and retweets.
Well,
But then I saw she got eliminated and I'm like, oh well, yeah, it never was gonna happen.
unfortunately.
Mhm.
Well, we have a top 2, and despite there only being 3 white queens cast on this season, 2 of them were the top 2. And that's no shade to Gabby or Isis because you are both very talented.
And
You both
deserving.
very much so deserved your
True.
places in the top 2 of this season.
But
because
we
you are
want
both
to
very talented drag artists.
But
However, y'all
comma.
already know how it looks.
I'm about to say, y'all can say we got all this diversity in this cast. Like, ooh, great. The
When
diversity.
Ashley Madison is the one tweeting, I'm the only white girl that's been eliminated from this season, that's when you know it's bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
She
missed
did.
that?
Oh, yeah, because Dawn's been off socials. Yeah,
I've been
Ashley
off so-
tweeted
like-
that.
Yeah.
Oh.
God.
Ashley Madison said that. Out of all the queens,
Which just makes me love Ashley even more.
out of all the queens you casted, yeah.
You said, we're going to change all the problems with casting people of color.
And then we kicked them all
And
off.
you did.
And there's a Drag Race Stats Instagram that I follow, and I love that they just included that as a stat.
ran by Set Her Aside, good friend of the pod.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Set Her does it.
Okay. Well, good for
Yeah,
you.
we love Set Her Up.
And she'll just come up with the most absurd stats, and honestly, work.
I love it.
But
I love
yeah, I think
Mhm.
I'm not saying this like her name carried her throughout the season because again, Gabby, I love you, and I think you deserve this top placement completely. But like RuPaul literally loved Gabriella Labucci so much, and a big part of that was kind of the Lawrence Chaney of it all. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
she loved saying her name. Like she would be like Gabriella Labucci, and then
She got Lawrence, Janet, Ivy, Winters. Like she got the name treatment, so we knew she was going to do well from episode 1.
exactly like we knew that she loved.
It's a thing, Lana.
Yeah, when
Oh, I know. I've
Yeah.
figured it out. I've definitely found out when the host likes you a lot and they have the way to say your name in a
Or
RuPaul is
something,
kind of
always, or something always associated with you. You better walk
Right.
that fucking talk. Like
like Hanabashi, the
Hanabashi with no eyelashes.
whatever.
That's
Right,
not my
whatever.
favorite one. yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So Gabriella and Isis are very, very deserved. I'm very thrilled that this is our top 2 of the season. Final lip sync is "Walking on Broken Glass" by Annie Lennox.
interesting choice.
Interesting.
I'm surprised we hadn't seen it sooner. Honestly, I thought it was fine.
It's a
thought
weird
it was
song.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. I think Gabby won the lip sync
She did.
Yeah.
for me.
Hot.
For me.
too.
I don't agree, actually.
I'm so surprised, David.
Why?
I'm so
I'm about to
truly.
say,
David
David,
not agreeing.
I mean, I'm
David not
surprised.
agreeing with us.
I'm
Oh,
so
okay.
surprised that everyone disagrees with David.
Okay.
It's
mean-
not you disagreeing with us; it's us disagreeing with you at this point.
It's not me. It's the dress.
It's you're trash.
And her dress.
I'm a
I'm a
trash.
trash.
I'm a trash.
I'm gonna say you are
I'm a
trash.
trash.
I'm a trash.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and give my thoughts since I'm the
Oh, please,
dissenting
yeah.
opinion here. So it was a good lip sync for both of them. I thought it was a bit more standard from Isis, what we got. Like, it was pretty straightforward, very good lip sync. For Gabriella, I feel like for the final lip sync, I think she leaned into the silly a little bit too much with the faces, and it wasn't necessary on this song, especially considering where we're at. But if I'm being honest, I think it's probably just more like that's comfortable for her, so she just falls into that. And I would have liked to see her like give a really serious lip sync here, and she has. She's not always goofy in her lip syncs, but for this one, it just was not the right timing for it for me. So I think that's why I gave the edge to Isis.
Fair.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, and I think for me, I felt like Gabriella was like,
Gabri.
that's it, Gabri.
Gabri
I love that.
Bucci.
Gabri.
Gabri Bucci.
That's my personal nickname for her is Gabri. So I'm sorry that you all don't have that relationship with Gabriella like I do. But no. I felt like she was like, this is what I do. This is who I am. This is the kind of
What was?
wow. What was that?
Explain yourself,
Did they change
Logan.
the rider notice?
No, actually. I accidentally clicked on a video from a friend of mine, and that was the audio that came out.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Not trying to check that. I was trying to check a work email.
Well, you're lucky that it wasn't like our winner. I have to save is Loren.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Lana. Go ahead.
it's quite all right. I was just like, oh, something I said.
Yes, everything you said, Lana. Because I'm always so just jealous of your beauty and your personality, and all of your opinions are always just so correct.
Anyway, speaking of opinions, let's get on to the winner.
No, because I still have an opinion that I was trying to take.
That's what I meant to say. I don't know why I said get on to the winner.
I'm about to
Okay,
say.
go to Lana.
Well, Lana's the winner.
Oh, I am
The winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under Season 3 is Lana.
Your prize is to react to the full season of Drag Race Philippines.
Yes!
Season 1.
I hate it here.
No,
She
you
is the winner
don't.
of the draft. Oh.
No, she's not.
He knows. That's why he being real shady. But hold on.
You didn't win either.
Hold
Did I
on.
win?
No.
I'm about to say, Shady David is. You go with everybody else, but you don't come to me. I'm the
Oh
one.
no, if I'm gonna be shady,
Okay,
the winner of
Lana,
the
give
damn
your
draft is
opinion.
someone who didn't show up this whole damn season.
But
Because
no,
of
it's okay.
their scheduling.
It's okay.
No, I'm not talking
it's
about
not even
you.
because you didn't win either.
Nope. And you're here, and this is
And
still
you're
part
here,
of the season.
and you still didn't win.
I came to episode 1
So-
and the finale.
Lana,
Nothing-
what is your beautiful
Second
opinion?
Bookends. But no, I would just say I think Gabriella is like, this is who I am. I'm going to show you me in this final lip sync. And so yeah, she fell into the silly because that's who she is. That's what her drag is. And I'm like, I would rather her give me her authentic self, her performance that suits her, that just her aesthetic and her drag, than try to give me something else that's not really who she is. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Gabriella just being Gabriella, and I kind of thought she ate it up, so I enjoyed it. That's my only opinion that took forever to say.
I think she would have had to have like a Sasha Velour type of moment in the finale to win.
Probably.
I was hoping it would come.
I don't know who a Sasha Velour is, but
You
I'm
will
sure I'll
very
find
soon
out. I'm
because
sure I'll find out.
absolutely
Soon you will be
will.
watching when we hit 3,000 subscribers.
We already have that planned as part of Lana Reacts.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
iconic lip syncs, which
Yes.
Okay.
you will know very soon who Sasha Velour is. But
Okay.
speaking of other winners of other Drag Race franchises like this one. The winner, Drag Race Down Under Season 3, Isis Avis Loren! Yay! So deserved. One of my favorite winners this year, I'll say. But this winner's circle in 2023 is strong.
It's
Number 50.
It's literally, this is when, no, we already have winner number 50, haven't we?
No,
Oh.
she is the 50th crowned queen.
Good
She's
for
not the
Isis.
50th crown to be given out, but she is the 50th queen to be crowned the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, good for her.
Good for Isis Avis Loren. You know, I think this is I think she is the win that we really did need for Down Under in terms of like, because we've had 2 camp queens win now.
Yeah.
So it's good that we have someone who represents a different type of drag for Down Under. Because usually like we don't get to see, not saying that Drag Race Down Under queens are not polished, but like that we don't get to, like, that is their kind of alternative drag, is that side that Isis gives. And I'm really excited that we get to see. What? That's not shady, David.
No, but it's just funny. Isis Avis Loren, alternative queen.
Well,
But it's actually T. You're right.
like in the sense of like she is almost, it's, you know what, it's kind of a trend for the UK, like in Down Under they have these similarities of like 2 camp queens won, and then a very Americanized, not Americanized, but she does very American drag. Isis does.
I would say
And that's not a bad
traditional.
thing.
I think traditional is the best way to describe the way that Isis does her drag and the way that she presents herself in drag. And I love a traditional queen. And
Yes.
I agree with you completely, Dawn. I love that we're getting this kind of winner from this season of Down Under. And I would have been fine with any of really the top 4 winning. No shade to Bumba or anybody else. But I would have loved any of the top 4 winning. From that point, I was like, I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah.
And I think it would be deserved, and I would love to see it. And I'm really genuinely happy that Isis gets to continue her legacy of the incredible drag that she's been doing for so long. And I'm glad that this gets to boost her to new levels that she didn't even know she would be able to get to. So
Now explain why you said Bumpa Love specifically, and go into detail.
because she was 5th.
No, oh, okay. I thought you were saying
Literally because she was 5th. No shade. Like
No,
because she
no.
was
I was trying to create a shady moment, girl.
I know, and I'm going to shut it down.
I'm trying to make good TV, and you're stopping me right now.
We already made good TV. Watch the first 30 minutes of this episode.
She didn't have any
for good
wins.
TV. Yeah, she didn't have any wins. She was 5th. Yeah. Well, that is the end of this Down Under season. I will bring up the draft because
Well,
Lana would probably get mad at me if I didn't, even though she did, unfortunately, flunk out of this draft. The only draft she's ever flunked out of here at the Cup. But yes, Lana did come dead last, setting a new record for lowest draft score in a drag race draft here at the Cup. Beating usurping my previous record of -3. Lana came in last with a score of -5 points on the season. We will
love our
also
team.
we love her team of Amel and Rita Menu. We adore the team.
Love my team.
We will also be changing the drafting mechanism for future drafts, which does also include Germany and Brazil, which means, Lana, I think you will have the lowest score ever forever.
Well, Julie.
You're
Yeah.
setting records and being iconic.
And she'll
That's-
probably have the highest score ever at some point.
Oh,
too.
she already does. She also does.
Okay, good, we're fine.
It works out. It balances.
Coming in 4th is actually Dawnstone.
Yeah. Love Ivory.
With
Love it.
Ivory and Gabriella Labucci landing in with 14 points. For context, for the final 3, in the drafting system that I used up until this, if a 3rd place queen is established as 3rd place, that 3rd place queen receives 3 points, the runner-up gets 5 points, and the winner gets 7 points. So for context, that's how points went in this episode. It's not a draft system I made, it's a draft system I've used. And I am full T switching to David's method here soon. So it'll be a little bit more balanced, I guess is the right way to say it. But coming in 3rd, David Healy.
Ooh.
With 20 points. With
Okay.
Hollywood star and Mother Bumpa Love. I'm so sorry.
Mother Bumpa.
That was a blindside to me. I thought I was second.
Because I am very happily taking second place in this draft, and I wasn't expecting it either, and I'm very thrilled with 21 points. I beat you by 1 point. Thank you, Flor, for your 3 points.
Lord.
And Mr. Talented actually won our draft this season, despite not showing up for a single episode, with 31 points.
Honestly, that's very Dawn Stone of him, though.
It is very Dawn Stone of him, honestly.
Shout out to US season 15, where I showed up for the cast assessment and then never showed up afterwards.
Correct.
Real Julie.
Thank you, Sasha.
Well, Julia. With all that being said, Down Under is done for this season. I really do hope we get a season 4 because Down Under has consistently brought me a lot of entertainment and a lot of joy. So I'm hopeful.
I will miss the cherubs if we never get to see them again.
I know, right?
Or
Well, they made it past the 2-season curse, which seems to be the curse for Drag Race seasons.
Right.
They made it to 3. So I'm hopeful.
This also is a RuPaul-led franchise. So that's why I'm hoping they keep it, but I'm hoping they just put a little bit more budget in, man.
Can we get it hosted by Spanky Jackson and Queen Kong?
I know. I literally was like, Spanky would be such a good host while I was watching.
Kita, Spanky, and Isis as the 3 judges with Reese Nicholson.
Darling, that feels very white.
Oh.
I mean,
I didn't mean it like that. I was just
I know you did. I know you did it.
I was just saying the 3 winners and then Reese Nicholson.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of, maybe only cast 1 white person next season.
They'll still somehow win.
They'll somehow win.
Instead, how about this? Instead, what if our judging panel was JoJo the Ho, Queen Kong, and Ivanna Drink?
There we go.
Ivanna Drink.
I was gonna say JoJo the Ho.
Sure.
Fofer Amel. There we go.
Come on, pork chops.
Let's go pork chops.
Anyway, thank you for joining us for our coverage of Drag Race Down Under. If you've been here all season, or if you're just watching this because Ivanna was here, I mean, we don't blame you. We have covered the whole season. So if you want to hear all of our thoughts on the season, if you haven't already, it would be greatly appreciated. We are, covering every other Drag Race that exists. So we are actively talking about Drag Race Germany, Drag Race Brazil, and Drag Race Philippines. So, and we will be covering Drag Race UK as well when that comes out very, very soon.
And some other drag show.
And some other drag shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about.
Girlies.
We're covering Slaycation?
Honestly, I kind of want to.
Anyways, continue.
Anyway, thank you for joining us. Hit all of the buttons on your preferred audio or visual platform that say you support us because we love having your support and we love you. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Cup Pod for all the most up-to-date cup news and our funny moments because we are some funny bitches. And while you're down in the description below, you can make sure to not only get some cup merch, including cup mug, cup mug. Go get Ivanna's merch as well because she's great. The links will all be down there. And while you're down there as well, you could follow the 4 of us on social media because we're cool. Go follow Ivanna because she's also great. If you don't already, which you should be. And get the merch, do all the things. And we'll be back very soon with another Drag Race franchise because there's so many of them. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye now.
And for the last time, I'm serving fish on the runway.
Arnar, it's over.
Serving fish tonight on the runway.
Serving fish tonight on the runway.